How the Internet Works.
10 years ago, we were still buying magazines, going to the post office, and renting videos. The internet has virtually revolutionized everything we do, which begs the question, how does it work? And I think you'll be amazed that it actually does work once you hear the answer. Look at a map of the internet sometime, and you'll see that it's like a million superhighways with no lines painted on the road. It's a snake pit of computers attaching the modems, attaching the phone lines, or cable, or satellites, or cell networks, attaching to more computers, servers, routers, and modems, and so on and so forth. There is no beginning and there is no end. What makes the internet work at all is something called the Internet Protocol, or IP. You may have heard the term IP address. Now you know what IP stands for, but do you know what it is? A protocol is a set method for a way of doing things. Think of an incoming phone call. Typically it might go like this. Hello, this is Zane. Who am I speaking with?
Zane, this is work. Where are you?
Then the line conversation begins. That's socially accepted phone call protocol, which is basically how the internet works. You tell your computer to connect to a resource, let's say technoshrink.com. Just pulled that out of my hat. Technoshrink.com is a human readable form for the IP address 74.220.215.248. Who's going to remember that? Exactly. In fact, if you type the IP address in your address bar, it would take you to technoshrink.com. So we have something called a Universal Resource Locator, or URL, like technoshrink.com. Something called a Domain Name Server, or DNS, looks up that URL and then figures out the IP address associated with it. Think of a really big phone book. You look up your plumber's name and then you figure out what his phone number is. Same deal. Make sense so far? Relax, there is no quiz and your internet user's license won't be revoked. Alright, remember the second 3 digits of the IP address? That block belongs to the ARIN, American Registry for Internet Numbers. Kind of like how the area code 865 belongs to Knoxville. Get it? Here's where it gets a little crazy. Each piece of data you send is broken down into packets. Imagine mailing your friend a book, page by page. Each page will have to carry your friend's address and the page number to let him know what order it goes in. You should also let him know how many pages there are so he knows when he has it all. They should also have your address so if the mail person can't deliver it, they know where it came from. So each packet carries the intended IP address, a number to determine where the packet fits back into the data sent, how many packages to expect, and your IP address. Crazy, huh? It has more than that, but that's the really important stuff. Alright, now check this out. Each packet doesn't necessarily go down the same set of wires to its destination. What kind of glue are you on, Zane? No, it's true. Those packets go out to a device called a router, which then sends the packet to the nearest available router that is closer to the destination and hopefully isn't too congested. It figures that out based on numbers in your IP address. The first 3 numbers identify a large area, and the rest make it more and more specific. Yet again, just like a phone number. This is known as best effort delivery. So one packet may get routed through Virginia, and another may go through Vancouver on their way to the same server in Hong Kong. This also means that packet A might get there later than packet B, or not at all. See what I mean about the miracle of a working internet? When the packets arrive at the destination, the server or computer receiving it compiles it into something cohesive, or puts the book back together, to carry on the metaphor. Now the computer receiving all the packets sends back a message to the originating computer saying, in effect, thanks, goodbye, thus the communication ends. That's the simplest high-level overview I can give on how the internet works. Take what I've said and add in millions of servers, routers, modems, and other networking devices, you can see how the complexity is magnified exponentially. Next time you get an error message or a page that loads a little slower than normal, reflect on this video and relive the amazement that the thing works at all. It's all in perspective, my friends, and a lot of wires.